Win Lindsay Park, Dwayne Dunn, a 2 mile winner at Flemington with a significant class drop here.
Yeah, it's over the odds, wide in a Group 1 Metrop. 2 runs ago, actually stuck on well. Then worked home nicely late in a Herbert Power behind the Melbourne Cup favourite. Finished alongside or near Gallic Chieftain, who then ran okay in a Caulfield Cup. Concede 59's an issue, but over the odds.
Barisha a scratching. Ducan for Chris Lees and Damien Oliver's horse number 3, a 10-year-old grinding stayer.
Yeah, big advantage, the wet ground. There was a top return in a mostly on-pace stay there at Randwick at Weight for Age. Here we are, up in trip, back in grade to a benchmark race. And has second up, form won 3 times second up.
Jane, how have you seen the Lees galloper here?
He looks fantastic. I did see him through the winter time, and he's certainly looking a little bit better in the coat now. He's really healthy. He's marching around like we saw when he came here for the Andrew Ramsden. He's bright, alert, nice and strong in front of the saddle. Okay, we move to number 5, Checkered Flag. Derby winning combination of Darren Weir and John Allen. The distance won't be a worry.
Struggled in the Bard Cummings, but that was Group 3, a bit of a, it was a bridge too far. Actually ran okay in the Geelong Cup last time at 300 to 1, ran on. Back a notch here, wet okay.
He's a horse that's gradually improved with every run this preparation. Probably the best I've seen him on race day today. He's getting very close to his peak.
Number 7, Sherlock Holmes, Eric Musgrove, Ben Mellon, the winner at 2,800.
Chased a hot speed first up and knocked up. Should be fitter, has second up form. I might just see another.
Killstorm is number 8, Darren Weir, Harry Coffey. He was a convincing winner last start in Adelaide.
Yeah, bolted in, raced right away there from Bling Dynasty, who goes okay. Struggled prior to that, and that Harrapur form would have tied in. The big advantage is the rain. Wet track is right in his wheelhouse.
Number 11 is Azuro for the same combination. Darren Weir, Ben Allen, wide gate. He beat an informed stablemate last start at Caulfield.
Yeah, of course, that was Steel Prince and meets him again here. He's never seen heavy ground. He's won on soft ground as a younger horse and placed in recent times to a horse called Harrapur on that ground. So handles it okay, it seems.
He's a very neat type. He's not over big, a little bit better through the body than he is through the neck, but he's fit, he's seasoned, he found winning form last start, and he does everything right in the yard.
Number 12 is Steel Prince, Darren Weir, Dean Yendall. He's genuine.
Yeah, dominant 2 runs ago. Before that, thrashed Valak, who was going well. And his last run was good. He was beaten by Azuro Shaw, but it was set up for run-on horses. Look, he's unproven on heavy ground, so that's your little query at the price.
He gets his head up.
Number 14. Sorry, Jane.
He gets his head up and his ears forward on race day. He's really engaged. I thought he'd lightened off a little bit heading into Caulfield, so he's actually maintained quite nicely coming into this, but he is having a sweat today.
Number 14, strong market support for Sasco. Tony McAvoy, Andrew Mallion, last start winner on a quick back up from Adelaide.
Yeah, that's right. Led and won in pretty good style. Was only second up. I thought did a good job first up on Lucky for All, who's a very handy horse and has a third up profile. Only go heavy track was a strong win.
We move down to number 17, Prince Albie. Charlotte Littlefield from Cranbourne. Ben Thompson aboard.
Well handled to win at Geelong last time with 54. Went out to 2,400. The wet track's a concern, as is the step up in grade.
A $16,000 Tasmanian Magic Millions purchase. Number 4 is Etta James, Matt Kamani, Linda Meach.
Can improve sharply here at odds, this girl. Fresh run was lovely work. Then had 3 forgive runs, wide and working. Now finally draws a gate here. This girl was able to walk in a Group 3 at the end of last prep at 2,600.
Number 6 is resilient Lindsay Park, Regan Bayliss. He hasn't translated his 3-year-old group form into the Melbourne Spring as yet.
No, stuck on 1 win as well. That was the maiden at Benalla back in April. The last start behind Red Alto, all beaten a Bendigo Cup, wasn't flash. Others ahead.
Number 13 is Darabad, Robbie Lang, Tim Clark. What do you make of his form?
Well, he can stay, he just doesn't win. I mean, 1 from 28. But the mile was a bit sharp last time. He would shock me.
And we round out with number 16, El Wendo. Very interesting runner, lightly raced German import down from Warwick Farm for Matthew Smith. Corey Brown rides.
Yeah, has some upside. I thought it hit the line nicely behind a horse called Tamarack last time on soft ground. I was giving Tamarack a live hope in Sydney on Saturday. He ran okay, but I would have liked to have seen him win that to strengthen this form.
Okay, that's Il Wendo, horse number 16. We're looking for Schreier, the Chris Waller runner, for Karen McAvoy. And it's not quite in the yard, so we'll go to the tips for your selections for race 4, Gator.
Look, it's a race where I'm keen to play a couple at a bit of a price here. Etta James is one of them. I think she can improve sharply today at a big price. Sin to win, same boat, back a few notches. Got to carry the 59, that's all. Steel Prince, some hope, and this import Schreier has some good form lines. So, again, a race I'm keen to play.
Okay. Let's look at the 10 now for Chris Waller and Karen McAvoy. First Australian start for the See the Stars gelding.
Yeah, that's right. Looks, well, obviously the first time we see it here in Australia. This horse thrashed by Hamada last time. That horse then went on to win a Group 3. This horse has been able to win at 2,800 at home. A huge watch, wet track. The last time he was on it, he was thrashed.
He's actually a nice horse. He's a little bit narrow through the chest and he is light framed, but he's very lengthy, and he's a horse that's got a lot of scope. He's come in late, he's wearing the red earmuffs, but at this point in time he's lovely and settled. So certainly give him a push the way he's turned up for his first race here in Australia.
Thanks, Jane. Well, Brent Zarafa's with Schreier, this imported stayer, as we look.
Ronald McDonald House Charities plate, 2,800 metres, and they're set for the fourth. And away they go towards the outside. Azuro began steadily. Etta James towards the fence, the best out from Sherlock Holmes Il Window. And also Sin to Win out in the middle of the track is going to try and sneak back and get a position and dart back to about 3 wide. Checkered Flag also in that group of horses with Steel Prince the inner. So they complete the first 300 metres, and the leader is Etta James by a length to Sherlock Holmes, Steel Prince Il Window. Sasco using plenty of the track on the outside. Further back then is Darabad, who usually goes forward from Sin to Win, Checkered Flag. And on the inside next in the field is Dukan. They were followed by Shraro, Resilient. Towards the back is Kel Storm. 2 for the back, Azuro and Prince Elby. Heading towards the riverside, and it's Etta James the leader at the 2,100 metres, joined by Sasco, who's going to work up and take the lead now towards the riverside. It's Sasco the leader from Etta James and Sherlock Holmes. Then came Darabad, who's covering a little bit of extra territory, about a length and a half then to Steel Prince. A gap Il Window, followed by Sin to Win Dukan, and then came Checkered Flag. Next in the fields, heading towards the 1,600 metres, is Shraro, followed by Resilient. Towards the back now is Kel Storm, third to last from Prince Elby, and at the back of the field is Azuro. Heading towards the 1,400 metres, Sasco leading by 2 lengths to Darabad, and they extend that lead now to 3 or 4 lengths. Etta James, the outside of Sherlock Holmes. They're stringing this field out now as they continue their journey towards Chiquita Lodge at the 1,200 metres, and it's a pretty good tempo for a 2,800 metre race. Steel Prince in 5th place, about 2.5 lengths Il Window, followed by Sin to Win. Then came Dukan and Checkered Flag, a length and a half to Shraro, and then came Resilient. Well back in the field as Kel Storm, and then Prince Elby, and Azuro whips them in. 1,000 metres to run. Sasco, every poster winner by a length to Darabad. 4 lengths Etta James, the outside of Sherlock Holmes, then Steel Prince about 7 off the lead. 2 lengths Il Window, Dukan, followed by Sin to Win, Checkered Flag and Resilient. They were followed by Prince Elby. Shraro's trying to get going from Kel Storm and Azuro as the field start to pack approaching the turn. 600 metres to go, and this is going to be a stamina test. Sasco from Darabad. Etta James brought towards the middle with Steel Prince now in the red, white and blue running on towards the outside. Shraro and Azuro from the back, then whacking away as Sherlock Holmes and Etta James. They reach the 350 and moving up under the whip is Shraro to take Steel Prince, then Azuro right down the outside. 200 metres to go, and the leader is Shraro by about a length and a half to Azuro, and Steel Prince trying to lift. Shraro's going well. 100 metres to go. 2 lengths in front and staving them off, and Shraro goes on to win it from Steel Prince, Azuro, and they were followed by Kel Storm and Il Window. Next to complete the course, Dukan, Checkered Flag, Resilient, Prince Elby, Sasco, a gap then to Sin to Win, Sherlock Holmes, a further long gap, Darabad and Etta James.
Chris Waller loves to target this race with an import, and he's done it today. First up with Shraro, Karen McAvoy in the saddle. That was an outstanding staying performance at the horse's first start since running at Newmarket in the UK on the 13th of July. He's certainly been kept up to speed. On that occasion, he was beaten by Hamada, who was touted by many to be a Lexus Melbourne Cup prospect. That was a terrific win. He's defeated Steel Prince, who's tried hard, Darren Weir, Dean Yendall. And third has gone the way of Azuro, again a stablemate of Steel Prince, Darren Weir and Ben Allen. 10, 12, 11 across the line. But I think Chris Waller's going to have a lot of fun with this day, Gator, I should say, with this performance. It was a terrific win.
No, it was a strong win. I mean, the tempo was there from the outset, wasn't it? They really rolled along the first half of the race, and it set it up for a proper stayer. And with 54 kilos, he's able to time his run to perfection, Kieran McAvoy, and go on to score, went straight by Steel Prince, who was very genuine again. And the third horse, Zero's finished the race off well, but better race to run on. First three across the line. First four, in fact, run on horses. Fourth in Kelstorm, the wet tracker. But all honours with the winner here, Shraro, and more to come, I think.
Yeah, Gator, it was a terrific performance. Overall time, 2:57.27. That's 5 seconds outside of the record held by Verdon. Kerry McAvoy guides Shraro to a very impressive performance in the Ronald McDonald House Charities Plate. As I mentioned, Chris Waller loves to target this race with imported stayers, and he struck here with one first up today. The son of See the Stars at only his 14th career start. That's win number 3 with a further 4 placings. So he's certainly profiling well. And a win at Goodwood 2 starts ago and a runner-up finish to the highly regarded Hamada at his most recent outing. He certainly presented as a likeable type to keep an eye on. Kerry McAvoy gets the first staying race of the day, courtesy of Lucra. Here he is with Chris Simons.
Well, Kieran McAvoy, that was just a little warm-up for what's going to be a big day today for you, riding Countercross in the Melbourne Cup. You must be just pumped to be waiting out for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice to get a winner early in the day. This horse's first run out here, and he come with some nice form. Steve Hillen and Becky Hillen decided to send him over, and it's nice to get the job here with his first start in Australia. He's a nice, big, strong type, and he actually got through that ground okay, and just had him up and rolling, and ended up hitting the front a little bit early, but he powered to the line. So, as you said, it's stopped raining here now. They're getting not bad purchase on the ground, and hopefully he can just stay like this, and then we can get through to the Cup, and you know, might just dry out a little bit as we get on through the day as well.
As we know, you're going for your third Melbourne Cup win today. Are you looking at the race differently now that the rains have come?
A little bit. My horse is untried in the ground, cross counter, so go there with a little bit unknown. But look, you've got to go there with confidence, and we'll find out at halfway whether he handles it or not, Chris.
No worries. Well, good luck, mate.
Ta, mate.
Well, Chris Waller joins me, and congratulations, Chris. A new addition to the stable. You're going to have plenty of fun with him.
Yeah, we sure will. It's been an interesting exercise because he's been here about 6 weeks, and yeah, there's been plenty of information flowing from over there, which has been good. That's been a big help in training the horse, and I was tempted to trial him, and they said, do not trial this horse, he's ready. So I've backed their judgment and used our staff and skill to make sure that the horse was fit, because he's been in the country about 6 weeks, as we were working out before, and yeah, it's just true testament to the English staying ability.
You've had great success with buying these sort of European horses, or have them in your stable that are at lower grades. Then you get a lot of prize money on the way through going up the grades.
Yeah, that's been a big help, but we basically got recommended this horse, and yeah, we backed the judgment of those people that told us, and it's been justified. It's a great thrill to win a race on Melbourne Cup Day, and I don't think it'll be this fella's last day. Maybe he's here this time next year in his own right.
You did a little rain dance, did you, last night for Youngstar?
Well, I'm just not too concerned about the track. Just hope they all get home safe. And yeah, obviously it was hard for the curators to weigh up whether they put water on or not, and it's out of their hands. And I just walked the track before, and funnily enough, this horse has got terrible wet track form. So have a look at that, and you'll see his form, and you'll see how well he's run today. I'd say it's a credit to Liam O'Keefe and all the team.
Well, Sutton, great win.
Thank you.
What a terrific performance by the Super Stallion See the Stars. He's got a race-to-race double. One over 1,400 metres, now one over 2,800 metres. 10, 12, 11, 8, race 4 at Flemington.